It is the second largest party in Sindh and demonstrates its power throughout the region. Here I am at the Mukta Chowk, which is at the helm of the Muttahida Qawmi Movement's headquarters here in Karachi. In this episode, we take a look at the MQM's web presence and their strength online. Adnan Tariq walks us through the websites that belong to the MQM.
The ruling party of the metropolis city, the MQM is the power holder in the urban center of Sindh. This can be one of the reasons attributed to the Muttahida Qawmi Movement's heavy presence online. The MQM has utilized this strategy to good effect, with a major presence in the cyber world, leading them to focus on the intricate details of the websites. The homepage of the MQM is littered with information about the party's activities. Data on the Qaid Altaf Hussain is very well laid out, with a live stream of a Shabnama by the leader shown daily on the website. Other than this, there are videos, contact data, and a lot of other information for the party supporters. Not surprisingly, the MQM's UK website is very heavy on user content. Information regarding the UK chapter and the activities is up to date, and one can even sign up to support the party in the different districts of the country. With such a large following, the Muttahida Qawmi Movement even has an online presence in Canada. Press releases and other information regarding the party is neatly placed for anyone to read. Having a presence in the United States was then natural for the MQM. Their website is well presented to the online public, with contact information and different activities of their party members abroad updated regularly. Recently, the party's endorsement of a governorship candidate was highlighted on the US website. The MQM's Professional Research and Advisory Council is also present on the web, where they disseminate information regarding the party to the public. A list of the MQM's websites are also available, where netizens can find out anything regarding the Muttahida Qawmi Movement. The MQM has really employed the right strategy in terms of web presence. They have set up groups and pages on different social networking sites so that they can provide the necessary information to the internet-going community of the country. When you compare the MQM with the other parties in the country, one can see a major difference in strategy. While campaigning and word of mouth is a good way to spread the party's message, it is a new emerging media that the MQM has tapped into, ensuring its success in the cyber and the real world. Adnan Tariq, Dawn News.
It all goes down at 90, the headquarters for the MQM in Karachi. Our reporter, Ovais Mangalwala, explores the home and the virtual world of the MQM.
This is it. 90 is what they call it, the headquarters of MQM. All the activities of the party are being controlled from here. And I'm here to meet those people who manage the online presence of MQM. I'm here with Mr. Haider Abbas Rizvi, who is the Deputy Parliamentary Leader for Muttahida Qawmi Movement in the National Assembly, and he is also heading the communications and media management for the party. Assalamu alaikum, sir. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Coming directly to the point, what is MQM's online presence?
I believe we were the first party ever in Pakistan's history who's having a website. We are having our main website, mqm.org and mqm.com, since 1994. And we are having that website. And now, since MQM has been all over the world, we are having different websites like MQMUSA, MQM Canada, and MQM Belgium, MQM Arab Emirates, and different websites we are having. So we are present on the arena of cyber world since 1994.
There are party workers who are controlling their own individual websites.
That's right.
So how do you select the content for the website? What exactly is the process of selection and posting content on the web?
Any other news coming every day, we make sure that we post on our websites, number one. Otherwise, we have content managers with us back in the United States, UK, Pakistan. They look into the contents and they select the content to put on the websites.
So you have any party policy for this thing?
Why not? Sure.
And how is that defined?
Because we, as you know, that we had differences with the People's Party in the last 20 years. So if you'll find out the archives or website, you will find a number of articles and number of content which was against the different political parties. But since the scenario has been changed, now we are working on those content which will make, for example, Pakistan People's Party and MQM, that they are going together. So we are trying to have those content which won't go against the party policy at this time.
Okay. So one more important thing, because you mentioned that there are parties who are sometimes anti-MQM and sometimes there's propaganda by individuals or by other organizations which is going against your party. So do you respond to that?
But very limited basis. Like if somebody's really got very nasty and harsh, so we need to address that issue, otherwise we'll let it go.
So how many users do you have on CyberWorld? I mean, are there a lot of people coming to visit your websites? Do you have accounts?
We have like millions and millions of people have.
So in your opinion, or in your party's opinion, how important is it to have an online presence and have and to stay connected with the people?
I believe that this internet media is the fastest growing media of the world, and I believe in the next 15 or 20 years the TV will become obsolete and people will be on the web rather than on the TV. And there's other research as well that people are believing on the net rather than on the TV. That's why we have developed this communication and media management specifically, and we have put a lot of money, so as you can see, just because we want to make sure that if we are present at the web, we have to present ourselves in a very, very effective manner.
Now, discussing a little bit about other parties, why aren't the other political parties of Pakistan not very active on internet? What do you think about it?
First, they are naive of what's happening in the cyber world, and they don't know what it means. They should. And if they don't have workers to do it, they should have like a certain system of doing it. Even if they won't need to pay for that, they're supposed to have it now, because this is about time.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you for talking to us. This was Mr. Haider Abbas Rizvi, who was telling us about the cyber presence of MQM. It's time for a short break now, but after the break, we'll talk to a blogger who loves to write about his passion, that is MQM. Welcome back to 9-0. In this section of the program, I'll be meeting a blogger who's a very active person online, and his passion is to write about MQM. His name is Mr. Ali Chishti, and he's also the convener of the Professionals Research and Advisory Council for MQM. Assalamu alaikum.
Hi.
How are you?
Islam. I'm good.
So, Mr. Ali, would you like to tell me why do you blog and what do you blog about?
Well, I blog because blogging is my passion, and part of my passion, why I blog, is because of MQM. I started blogging because there have been a lot of propaganda against MQM. And that was actually, there was a vacuum to start with. There were people blogging against MQM. So I came in. That's where my role started eventually. And that's how I do it, blogging.
So how did you come up with this idea of defending your party or defending yourself?
It's my duty to do that. It should be everybody. My reason is because there was nobody in the arena. There was a huge vacuum. People were not saying things. We were not putting MQM's perspective on it. So I started it. And that's how, I came as a counter force. And I don't blog against people or against, parties. Actually, I show the good parts of MQM. Normally what happens is, like 90% of the people, or 60% of 70, 80, 90, 100% of the people, they show the negative part of other people. What I do is to show the positive part of MQM. And not just MQM, I show positive parts of Karachi or Pakistan. That's how.
So, do you think that you have generated some positive...
I did. Apparently, it's a teamwork. I started in it, and a lot of other people started with me. And now, alhamdulillah, mashallah, there's a lot of goodwill about Pakistan and Karachi, not just MQM. So it made a difference.
So how many bloggers are there apart from you? Is this a bloggers community who try to portray the positive side of MQM?
Yes and no. I started individually. Then I joined something called the Professional Research and Advisory Council of MQM.
Yeah, we need to talk about that also.
Yeah, which is making a difference now. Actually, so we've got some people who thought, why not be that counter force? And MQM loved the idea. It's in the initial stage.